Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate every single part of today, and then we might have a little stopping and starting so that we can all be on the same page. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to write our name on the back of our paper. We're going to write our code. Then we're going to flip our paper over. We're going to pause for a minute, and we're going to cover all the tables in plastic. We're not going to get newspaper today because it's just going to make that all messy. So we're creating a winter scene here. So what we're gonna do, the top half of our paper, we're gonna make the northern lights. So you've got your black paper, this is gonna be your background. This is gonna be how you're gonna do your northern lights. So when you're tearing this paper is not great. What I like to do is put my hand down on top of it and I'm ripping across and I'm trying to kind of make like almost like a mountain across, and I'm only tearing a little bit off. This is gonna go in the recycle box or the trash. I'm gonna put my paper right towards the top of my paper, and then I'm gonna take oil pastel. That's in the number 1 bucket because this is step number 1. I am pushing down because I wanna create a little bit of chalk dust as I go across my paper. And I can do this in a pattern. I can do whatever colors I want. You kind of just get to have a little bit of color freedom. I'm putting it right on the top, and I need to have that dust because that dust is gonna help me spread it on my paper. What we have found out in the other years is the brighter colors actually tend to work out a little bit better, but the darker colors are cool too. Then I'm gonna use my thumb, I'm gonna smudge. I'm smudging up. I did not ever move the white paper. It stayed in the same spot, and I'm smudging up on my paper all the way across. Okay, then when I take it off, I have this like cool design here. So then I'm gonna tear more off. I'm gonna hold it down. Notice I'm not touching my paper with my chalk, with my chalky hands. I don't wanna spread the chalk. You don't have to do this on top of the paper. I'm just trying to get it on the screen. Then I'm gonna leave a little space, and I am going to do my next layer. And if you need to, you can also flip it over if it fits better, okay? Then I'm going to pick whatever colors. This time I'm gonna do bright colors, and you can do it as many times as you want. You want to keep doing this as many times as it says on the slide. Right now I'm not remembering that. And then once you're done with the paper, you're gonna actually throw this white paper in the trash or the recycle box. Okay, so there's layer number 2. I'm gonna keep going until I have 3 or 4 layers or how many ever it says on the screen. Now, say that I've already done that part, okay? I have my 3 or 4 layers done. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go to the number 2 bucket. Number 2 bucket is white chalk. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw 2 lines across. I wanna make them like snow lines. And then I'm gonna kind of use the edge. And I'm not pushing down super hard because I don't wanna make this white paper or this white chalk go everywhere. And then I'm gonna smudge, okay? But now I have all this dust here. When I'm smudging, notice I'm not going like this across my paper. I'm actually staying inside the lines, and I'm kind of just blurring the lines a little bit. But I have this dust hanging out on top. I'm gonna go to the trash can. I'm gonna shake it off. If I need to add a little bit of more snow, I can do that, but I'm not gonna bother with that, okay? So now I'm going to my reflection on my water. The colors I used in my sky, I'm gonna add some lines of those colors in my water because they would be reflecting off of my sky. Okay, so once I've got that part done and I'm kind of satisfied with the colors, I'm also gonna kind of go ahead and just smudge that because it would be water, right? Notice I'm not using both hands, I'm just using one hand. And then the last part I need to do is go to the number 4 bucket. The number 4 bucket is gonna be our black oil pastel. The trees are a little tricky, but actually when you think about it, they're super easy. So I want some of my trees to be shorter, some taller, some can go off the paper. However you wanna do it, they're all gonna be touching the snow. So if you want the tree to be in the snow, I'm gonna make a line. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a diagonal line all the way to the top. Notice it's a little longer on the bottom. And then I'm gonna do a diagonal line to the top. I am putting pressure down when I'm doing this, okay? Because I don't want to be able to see through my tree. And then once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wiggle back and forth, kind of the same shape, but reflected on the water, okay? Then I'm going to do a little one right here. I'm pushing down. I want it to be black. And then I'm going to do a little reflection here, okay? Now, the difference is some people, they go like this. And I mean, that's okay, but it doesn't look full and kind of filled in. So I like to go in and I like to kind of fill in those spaces, and I'm actually like putting pressure down. And then if you can't see the trunk on the bottom, that's actually okay. I'm gonna go ahead and fill them in so that it should kind of look like a Christmas tree without lights, right? And then I'm gonna wiggle on lightly the same shape on the water. I'm gonna do that 4, 5, or 6 times. Once you're done, you're gonna go to the splatter box. You are gonna spray your paper, and then you're gonna clean up.